Okay, so now what we're going to do with our invoice is we're going to actually schedule the production for this within our shop. If you watch the the control panel video, it showed you how you should go in and enter your machines, enter the times that it takes to do certain things so TeeCal can get a grasp on how to schedule based on your production speeds. So we're going to take the invoice we've been working on, and I'm going to come down here and I'm going to click on schedule production. This pops up and it's telling me 0 of 49 items have been scheduled, so I want to schedule those. So I'm going to click on schedule. Okay, so now it's very simple to do this. Our system is automated, so it will search the first available time slot to do this, and it'll give you the appropriate time it's going to take to do this job. So what it needs to know now is it needs to know what machine we're using. So let's talk about that for just a second. If I select, I want to use my 12 color auto, very quickly it ran through the first available time slot that I can print this job. And it's telling me this job is only going to take 45 minutes to do. So it's showing from start to finish. And if I want to do this, I can just hit schedule right here. One thing that our system does that others don't, I can select 2 machines to do this job. Now, remember, if you have a job that is 10,000 pieces and you have multiple automatics, you can split that job up amongst different machines. So it's pretty cool the way that would work. And if you're doing front on one machine, back on the other machine, you can actually set it up just like that. Now, keep in mind, TeeCal also knows that it will not schedule over particular times. So if you have something scheduled, it won't allow you to go on top of that time frame. If you don't like any of this information as far as when to print and you want to override something, you can. It's very easy to go in and just select a manual, schedule it manually, and you can put any type, any date, anything you want. So if you schedule manually, you can go in and you can tell it exactly when to start and then exactly when to finish. You can use that if you want, but I mean, I kind of like the auto because I've already stipulated how long it takes to do different things. Now let me show you some other features here. If I allow overtime, and this is a very large job, it will account for that situation, meaning it will schedule that job all the way up to what you've stipulated in your control panel as the latest you will work. If I want to schedule this through lunch, I can do that too. This is a very small job, but if it was large, it would actually schedule straight through lunch. If you have a big job and you have working shifts, that might be something you want to think about. If you're going to flash this job, you would select that, and it will add the allotted amount of time. Now, one thing, by looking at this job, TeeCal works in 15-minute increments. So if it did the math and this was going to take 38 minutes to do, it's going to give you 45. So if I add a flash and it does the math on that 10 seconds or whatever it is we have stipulated, and it doesn't go past this, it won't increase it. Now, if there's 10,000 shirts or 1,000 shirts, you're going to see this time go up because it knows it has to account for the time that's allotted for that. So let's go ahead and let's select. We're going to go ahead and schedule this. And this is going to be on the 28th at 7 a.m. I'm going to hit schedule and OK. Now keep in mind, I had selected the 12 color auto to do this job. If I would have selected the manual, it would have allotted more time. And let's do that now. It's very simple. If I change my mind or I hit the wrong button, I can click unschedule right there. Quickly come back and show what's available. So if I uncheck and I recheck for my manual, now it's telling me if I do this on a manual, it's going to take 1 hour and 30 minutes. I can again schedule overtime or schedule through lunch. It's not going to be necessary because it's only 1.5 hours. And it's stipulating, I'm stipulating flash required. So I'm going to uncheck that, and you can see I just lost 15 minutes. I can do this job quicker than I had thought. So anyway, let's go ahead and let's schedule this on the manual instead. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the schedule button, and it's told me that everything is scheduled and ready to go. And I'm down here, I'm going to hit save and close. So let's go take a look at our schedule. I know we only have one job available on our schedule, but let's see how that works. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to click on schedule. Now, within our schedule, I need to know what it is that we're looking at. So if I select screen printing and I select manual, I want to know what's on my schedule for manual jobs. And as you can see, the 28 on this is darker than the rest. So that's telling me there's something going on that day. So if I select that day, there's the job that we've scheduled for our manual machine. If I had scheduled this on simultaneous machines, or I want to look at both machines, I can select them both, and it gives me this view here by date. And you can scroll to see what is going on within that date per machine. And here is the job right here. So we're going to unselect our 12 colors, remain on our 6 color, go to our day list, and now I'm going to show you what this printout is going to look like. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to click on print preview, and it's going to build this preview for us. Now, also what you keep in mind is, it wants you to keep in mind is if you had multiple jobs scheduled for this day, you're going to see them here. You're going to see the date, when they should start, when it should be completed, invoice number, who the customer is, our product group name, what we're doing, the color, how many colors we're printing, and our location and quantity. Now, you're going to give this to them along with the production sheets for each job, so they have every bit of information that's required to do it. So that's pretty much a whole about our scheduling. Very simple, easy to do, and you can pretty much keep track of everything that's going on, and you can stay on top of it. Just for instance, if it was an embroidery job, same thing applies. It wants to know what machine we're looking at. Direct to garment, no different. What machine are we looking at? So they're all the same, and we keep them separated amongst what's going on. You can look at your jobs by due dates. If you want to use this for appointments, you can see all your appointments. So very handy little tool, and should work out great for your shop. Thank you very much for watching.